Hey guys, and welcome to Manage Your Money. Today we are going to share the marriage part of marriage and money. As it's good to know about money, but it's also good to know how to build a great marriage and what it involves. Since we've been together for about 5 years now, we're just gonna share a few reflections and highlights on what we've learned, what we enjoyed, and what we didn't really know about each other, which we discovered during our time together. So, 5 years, baby. How's it been?
It's been good.
Did you make the right choice, yeah?
Well, too late to get out now.
Give us 3 highlights on how it's been together for 5 years, man. Can you imagine?
I would say number one, I feel like the decisions that we made on early on in our relationship has been good and seeing the fruits now. For example, making the choices of we want to be different.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's been that has brought so much fruit in many different ways in our relationship. For example, just the way that we are as a couple, like saying like we try to do as much as together. That's been nice. And it's not following the status of this is what you should look like, whatever. We do our way.
I definitely agree with that, and I just like the fact that we've been able to even inspire and encourage, both young and old people, couples with our relationship, whether it's asking questions that we get, or whether it's answering questions from others, or even giving some words of advice to our own siblings. Since we're both the eldest child out of our sibling group, it's like we're being examples to them on what they can learn about marriage and what they can learn from our relationship before we got married. So that's been encouraging, and I'm gonna lie, I didn't know that, even though it was my desire to be an example, I didn't know it would have that much. I didn't know our relationship and our marriage have much of an impact to other age groups, especially for our siblings. So that's been encouraging. The surprises, I think every year, they just keep going higher and higher and higher, and it's like, bruh, I don't know who's even winning. I was winning before, but now...
I don't think they know what you're talking about.
Oh, so mainly, we had a competition when we got together.
Jonathan made it a competition.
Okay, I supposedly made a competition where who can surprise the person the most.
Yeah.
And every time we surprise each other, we'll give a point to the one. Well, I guess it was based on how many times we surprised each other. Yeah. And the more we surprised each other, the more we will gain points.
Technically, we don't even have official records of these surprises anyway, so we actually don't really know who's winning, but he thinks he's winning.
No, I know I'm winning.
You think you?
Well, I started it.
Doesn't mean that you're winning. Doesn't mean that you're winning.
But anyway, whoever's winning, we know that we've enjoyed doing surprises. Surprises meaning when it's birthdays, we do a surprise party or surprise gathering or surprise outing. Surprise Deborah a few times, to the O2, we call it O2 Up, and also to the O2 or Emirates. She loves heights, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take it to some special places. And I think one of the best ones I probably did was, actually that's not, one of the best ones was when I came to her mom's house in Birmingham and I surprised her. She did not know I was coming. Big up to Joshua, Enoch and Zoe for helping you out, and mom and dad. It was sick, bruv. The amount of time she hit me. But anyway, that's another story.
So what's my best surprise that I've done to you? I would say that one that you just said is mine.
Your best one. Wow.
Yeah, and actually I feel like quite a lot of them were, all of them were surprises, but I guess that one I definitely didn't well.
If we could get the video.
I think we're not putting that up.
But now you know what, all the surprises that Deborah's done for me, it's over the moon. I've never predicted any of them. Talk about working on pride, guys. Anyway, it's all of them been a success, all of them been excellent, and I think the one that really blew me off was the one where she organized like a restaurant for me with all family and friends, and I thought we were just doing something for us, but when she took me by a boat place, I'm thinking, whoa, we're going on a ship? My girl got me a ship? Like, yo, this is a sick birthday party. No, man, just bend the corner, I see a restaurant. I'm like, wait, what? We're going to a restaurant? Oh, flipping Jimbo's. I don't know, as I stepped in, something was going on. I was like, nah, this place don't feel right. Out of the blues, not knowing, the group of people just come out of nowhere and say, happy birthday, Jonathan! And bro, man fell on the ground, bro. Like, the force that came, like, it just blew me away, man. But that was beautiful, man. I think that was my 23rd birthday.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, 23rd birthday. Nah, but yeah, man, it's nice.
Yeah, you're getting old.
You don't need to tell them that. Anyway, but nah, like doing surprises for each other, it just shows how much you love the person, and it just shows how much we love each other, and that we want each other to
feel special.
You know what I mean? And you know, just to show our appreciation of how we've lived life together and how much we've done for each other. And also another thing that I realized, which it's a highlight to me, I guess, probably to you, is that, you know, Deborah's been through the thick and thin, even before man got married. Like, she's seen me in my down times, you know, when I've lost quite a few, you know, family members and friends. And when that happened, I went vexed, I went mental. And just the way Deborah handled me and even came and checked me out, like, that was deep love. Because any girl could have been like, yo, this anger, I'm not dating, man, nah. But she came down, you know, with humility, understanding, and with empathy and sympathy as well, you know, and even just times of, you know, having family difficulties or even just uni, like academic difficulties, like she was just there to help me out, whether she was my mini lecturer out of lessons, you know, whether she was my helper to keep me calm, you know, whether she was even sometimes my discipline teacher, you know, tell me off, you know, just put me in my element. I was like, nah, this lady right here, my right hand lady, she's legit, man. You got her for the thick and thin. So when we got married, I was like, yo, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Obviously, not a piece of cake, but you know what I mean. Like it's not like it's like we haven't been through struggles before married life, if that makes sense. And because through the struggles, we learn about each other more, how we react, how we respond. We know how to treat each other and help each other out. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that I've learned over the time of us being together. We've been through things, and I think just like when I look back for like the early times we've had disagreements, the thing is that we make sure we come out of those things. So not trying. I think sometimes as well, when you're aware of how many things could go wrong, you try and probably be like you're on your best behavior so that things don't happen. But in actual fact, things are gonna happen, and just allow them to happen, cool down, whatever it is, and just make sure that you fix it. So the thing isn't to always try and avoid things. I think you can to a certain extent, but still sometimes things will happen. So don't try and be like, oh, you know what, let's cover it up. Like face it, go through it, and then talk about it, and do whatever you need to do to like mend it back up. So I think that's something that I've learned that has been a highlight. Like even though we've gone through whatever, all the different things that we've been through, the important thing is that we've come back together after that, and I think that's what keeps us going. I would say my other highlight would be just when you having a home of peace. I think that's something that I'm very grateful for, and is a highlight to me. Like knowing that you worked for something and you've had something in your mind for a long time, and then seeing it fruition is like, yes, thank God. because you know, you don't want to be in a home where it's not peaceful and it's not joyful. So I think us being intentional about those things, and I think it goes back to what I said about us not trying to avoid things, but making sure that we work it out after it's happened. I think that's been a more important thing. And us always, like, I think as well, we have goals together. I feel like that keeps us together as well, like keep motivated. Like when we were in uni, we had uni to achieve. When we left uni and we were working, we had the wedding to achieve. And like now we're in marriage, we still have goals that we need to achieve that requires both our efforts.
Definitely.
So I think that's an important lesson I've also learned. Like having goals together keeps you together
Nah, we were taught
somehow.
that.
And obviously God.
Yeah, it's nice to have goals together. And, you know, with, again, even the Bible says, you know, two is better than one. You know, one can help the other if they're down. You know, one can keep the other warm when they're cold. And even with goals, you know, let's say, for example, I may have a goal for us. I may know the direction to get to that goal, but then Deborah may be able to come with different ideas of how we can get to that goal quicker, get to that goal effectively. And with both two great brains coming together, we can do greater things together. And that's my goal, trademark. You see what I mean? And so it's really, it's been great. It's been helpful just working together, learning, you know, who's better and do it what. And if someone else is not great in that, then, you know, there's that space of teaching, there's that space of, yo, you can learn with me too, and not like, I'm bad at this, therefore I'm taking control. Now it's like, yo, I may be bad at this, but I would like you to learn too. Or, okay, I see that you're bad at this, but I would like to learn too. So, you know, it's about putting each other, carrying each other bit by bit, and walking together in unity. And I hit a notch. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah,
I feel like that's very key, like in marriage. It's because there's two of you. If you're both going this way, it's just mad. You know what I mean? You both. The purpose of becoming one is also to walk in line. You might also have different things that you're doing on the side, but the whole picture is towards this one goal. So I think that's definitely unity. It's just that's what helps peace as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm not here fighting like, no, this is what my opinion and this is how we must do it. And I think as well that's probably what's helped us in our money as well. Because we both have a goal, this is what we set, and then we work towards it, not like, no, we're fighting, do you know what I mean? So I really think that's super.
Definitely, I totally agree with that, because if we had two different visions regarding money, like, I'm not gonna lie, we may not be where we are today, we not gone this far. It'll definitely be a lot of disagreements, not saying that we don't ever disagree, we do have disagreements, but meaning that this disagreement prevents us from even moving forward. There's disagreements which helps you to move, there's disagreements where it helps you to understand each other more and work together effectively, but there's there's disagreements which prevents you guys from even working together. Like, you're like, I'm not even gonna do that because you disagreed on this point, so I'll forget that. That ain't healthy, and that's what we've learned. So we thought, you know what, even though there's disagreements, let this help us to understand each other, work together effectively, because at the end of the day, we've got goals to achieve. At the end of the day, we got an example to set for our children, for our siblings, for those who even look up to us that we may know or may not know. So it's one of the ones where we're always having the end in mind, and the end in mind is always continue to grow in joy, love, and unity, and most of all, to glorify God in our marriage. So
I think that's a good point for people to just have where they want to end up in mind. And you know, there's that, are you both, before you even get married, working towards that? Do you know what I mean? Because it don't start when you get married. No, it's the work you kind of, well, then again, what about people who get married for who are together for 1 month and they get married? So whatever, anyway. So just to leave that there. Hope you guys enjoyed our little talk.
If
you have any comments, let us know.
If you have any questions,
let
us know as well. We will be happy to answer them.